So before, like in Pakistan, did you do any research beforehand before landing Canada? And what type of research and what were you prepared for when you were heading to Canada?
I was not working with latest technologies back in Pakistan. I was working in languages that are now outdated here. So I did my research and I knew that okay, this is what I want to pursue when I'm in Canada. So I did my research and I did some courses. I started watching tutorials and I started also obviously I started applying back there in
Yeah,
Pakistan. No response. It's not easy to get job in Canada when you're not actually present in Canada. So I did
right.
my research. I used to watch YouTube tutorials, how people are getting interviews, what should be done with your resumes. But I think that all comes together when you're actually here. When you're here, you learn from people were already working. I believe that you learn by doing.
Okay. So in hindsight, knowing the experiences that you've gone through now, if there was a person in Pakistan that is either moving to Canada or in the West, well, would you have done anything earlier in Pakistan? Or I think so, it's mostly learning when you reach here.
Yes, so I think it is mostly learning and building projects. So I didn't really give time to my portfolio, and I regret that a lot. So I can only advise to that start building your portfolio, start because LinkedIn is really active here, and start to work on your communication skills and learn how to reach out to people because I'm an introvert person and I still feel shy when I have to reach out to a recruiter saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." And I don't know how to sell myself. That is my
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
weakness. So I would advise to learn how to sell your skills
Yeah.
and learn how to do Googling, how to learn things. And I think that's the biggest skills. And one other thing that I would give advice to people who are still in Pakistan, I would say that because I have faced it a lot, people, I think they ask questions from others that can easily be Googled. And that's wrong.
Yeah.
And I think we should always respect others' time, right? I love questions. I love asking questions, but I will make sure that I have done my research myself first. I will not take your time. I will not ping you until unless I'm satisfied that I've done my own research. People are there to help. I am there to help people. Everyone is there to help, but then do your own research first and invest time in yourself, I would say.
Okay. And when you say build the portfolio, what does that mean in the tech? Yeah. What does that involve?
So, yeah, so in technical terms, building portfolio is showcasing your projects, right? Because
Okay.
here, if you don't have enough experience, because my 3 years in Pakistan, I worked for companies whose projects are not live. You cannot just go into Google and search for my projects because they were mostly in house systems. So they are not
Right.
posted on websites. So you cannot just go and click
Sure.
on a web app or those were not regular mobile applications that you can just use and see that, oh, Alishba has worked on this and that application. So it was really hard for me to build a trust that, oh, I have actually worked on things. So what
Yeah.
I can do or what others can do in such cases, build a portfolio where you can build your side projects. So there are a lot of tutorials available. You don't have to invest anything. Just go to YouTube, build things, whatever language you're. So for example, I am pursuing React framework and tech. So I'm pursuing JavaScript. So I have still saved a list of projects that I want to build, but obviously due to some shortage of time, I don't get when you're working full time, it's really
Yeah.
hard to give yourself time for the side projects. But
Right.
building those projects and making it available to the internet because because recruiters here are obviously they're not tech people. They won't know your skills until they see what you're doing. If you can showcase that, if you can explain what you did, and if you can explain how you can build things, how great communicator you are, how you can be in a team. So that's how you build trust and recruiters might give you a chance and companies might give you a chance. That's when after you're given the interview, of course.